In this nugget, we're labbing. I'm giving you a lab to play with. It's Linux, it's command line, you got Python, you can do everything we just talked about in the last nugget so you can practice. And also, I want to make this kind of your programming playground. So whatever you set out to do as far as learning Linux or learning Python or whatever, I want you to be able to come back to this nugget, launch that lab, and use it for whatever you're doing. I don't care if you're practicing what we're talking about now in this lab, or if you have a Python book and you want a place to practice what you're learning. Spin up this lab. Use it. That's what it's for. So let this be your programming playground. And we also have a lab right now to reinforce those ideas of lists, dictionaries, strings. Let's do that right now. So go ahead and fire up that lab and we'll get started. So right now you should be at a screen and a prompt similar to this. This is Linux. So if you want to play around with Linux, this is your Linux lab. But we want to use Python, right? So to start using Python, we're going to get in Python mode by typing in Python 3. And boom, we're there, we're Pythoning. Now, if you ever want to leave this mode, you can either type exit parentheses or Control Z. It'll get you right out. But let's get back in. And also, anytime during this Pythoning stuff, if you want to clear up your screen from all this junk that might happen, just do a Control L and it's beautiful. Now let's take a look at our first task. Create a variable named best superhero equal to the string Iron Man. Pause me right now and go. Alright, let's do it real quick. To create a variable, I'll start out by just typing best superhero. Then I'll do a space, equal sign, equal to, it'll be a string, so between quotes, and it will be Iron Man. And done. If I want to see that superhero, who is the best superhero? And it's, of course, Iron Man. Task 1, done. Task number 2, create 2 lists, heroes and villains. The heroes list will contain the Hulk, Spider-Man, and Captain America. The villains will contain Loki, Ultron, and, of course, Thanos. So first we'll create our list of heroes. So I'll type in heroes to set my variable, and I'll have it equal my list. To make a list, I'll start with my opening square bracket. My first value is a string, the Hulk. Oh, my light just went out. I'll deal with that in a moment. Spider-Man and Captain America. And to close my list out, I'll put a closing square bracket. That is my first list. If I call my heroes, there they are. Now it's time for our villains. Villains equals opening square bracket, Loki, Ultron, Thanos. Closing square bracket, got my 2 list. Heroes, villains. Awesome. Task number 3. Create a list of Marvel characters named Marvel characters using the data created in step 2. Let's do it. Now you could have gone about this 2 ways. One easy way, one hard way. The hard way would have been Marvel characters equals, and then making a list of every single character again, going through the list, adding it manually. Or you could have made a list like this. Instead of putting each individual string, we just put those 2 lists in here. List and list. Inception. So Marvel characters equals heroes and villains. If I spell it right, there we go. Villains. Closing square bracket. Now these aren't strings, so they don't need quotes. They're variables. So bam. So now if I call my Marvel characters, there they all are. Perfect. And clean this up here a little bit so we got room. Time for step 4. Create a dictionary named Iron Man with the following information. His name, Tony Stark. His abilities, flight, AI, armored, suit, and super strength. And is he alive? Spoiler alert. False. Sorry if I spoiled that for you. Or is he alive? We never really know. Alright, here's my dictionary. Iron Man equal to, now to start a dictionary, I start out with my opening curly brace. And then I'll do my first key value pair. His name, the key, is equal to the value, which is also a string, Tony Stark. Comma. Time for my next key value pair. The key is abilities. Now he has multiple abilities, so naturally we probably want to put those abilities into a list. So I'll start my list with an opening square bracket. First one is flight. The second one is AI. The third one was super strength. And then closing square bracket, finishing out my second key value pair, and then comma, I've got one more. The key is alive, and the value, false. Notice it's not a string, no quotes, it's a Boolean, true or false, and he's not alive. So now my dictionary is complete. I'll put a closing curly brace, and boom, that's it. So if I want to call my dictionary Iron Man, there he is. And just for kicks, if I wanted to see if Iron Man was alive, I can go Iron Man, calling my variable, and then specifically, I will look at the key alive. And let's see. False. I'm sad. Why am I laughing? Now, I highly encourage you just to go crazy and start creating a bunch of lists. Maybe create a list of your family, then a dictionary of your family. Like, just get comfortable with that concept because it's going to come in handy later. Wink, wink. And also, again, let this be your programming playground. Whatever you end up learning down the road, whether you're studying Python or Linux, you can come back here and practice whenever you need to, so bookmark this nug. I hope this has been informative for you, and I'd like to thank you for viewing.